Hey everybody, welcome back to VW Family Farm. My name is Andrea, and I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about something that I think you might need to hear. Hey girls. So here on our farm, we do a lot of things. We milk cows. You can see some of them behind me, and they're all over. They've been having babies, lots of exciting things happening. You might have seen over here one of our greenhouses. That's also our market where we sell our meat and milk and eggs and honey and flowers and produce and all the things. And then we have back this way, we have two high tunnels for a lot of production on vegetables and just all the things. Needless to say, we have a lot going on here. Also, my husband has a full-time job. So for the majority of the week, I'm here by myself, milking cows, feeding animals. We have a whole herd of beef cows back that way. We have probably in total, I don't know, maybe 100 head of cattle, different things, lots of things going on, lots of good things, and lots of things that I want to do. But also, sometimes the pressure can get to me. So we are just in the thick of winter. We'll be coming out of winter into early spring here in Arkansas before too long. And it is prime time. People are starting to think about sprouting seeds and gardens and baby chicks. And they're planning for raising meat this spring and summer. Just all the things are kicking in. You're starting to see those videos here on YouTube. And while we do have to be forward thinking, we have to pretty much be thinking about the next season. And I'm sorry, my goose really wants to say hi to you guys. Hey, you on YouTube? Yeah, you. So like I was saying, while we do have to be forward thinking and thinking about the things that are coming up down the road, and let me just pause here and say, I'm literally putting this video on YouTube right now. So I love YouTube. It's been a blessing for our family over the years, all the things. But YouTube is really where homesteading and gardening and all those things really took off. It's bled over into other social media at this point, but this is really kind of the birthplace of it, of the modern movement. Now I know people say, gardening, homesteading, farming, all those things have been around forever. People just called it living. And I've even said those things. And while I do agree with you, a lot of people had gotten away from it and it has been revived, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So don't mistake me that I do realize it's been around a long time. But it has been in recent years that people started going to places like YouTube specifically to find out that there's a whole lot more people out there like them that are interested in getting back to the farm, getting back to the gardens, all those things, how to do those things, how to grow better plants, how to sprout seeds, how to fix this problem on your homestead, or whatever the case may be. And so that has brought a lot of good. A lot of people have connected with each other. We've had meetups, we've been to meetups. It's been a beautiful thing. But with all beautiful things, we have to keep those things in balance. And I think sometimes we have gotten out of balance with all the good that places like YouTube and things have brought to farms and homesteads and gardens. And yes, I'm showing you my winter high tunnel, which is sort of a mess. There's stuff everywhere. I'm not prepared yet for the next season. I still have cold weather crops growing in here and I need to be sprouting more to be planting those and all the things. But here's the message, and this is for somebody. You don't have to do things just like everybody else. And you don't have to be first. I think we would be so much better off if we would work on ourselves and our own processes of how we're doing things on our farms and our gardens and all the things, based on our own personal goals and likes and dislikes and all the things, rather than just what someone posts on YouTube. Let me just give you an example. When YouTube was really booming, so was gardening and heirloom plants and all the things, growing all the unusual things. And I took a deep dive off into that, growing heirlooms and growing unique vegetables and unique flowers and unique herbs and all the things. But what happened was my production tanked over the years. I've not done like major canning in several years. I've done some, but nothing like what I was doing when I was growing for production. I got sidetracked in growing heirlooms because that's what everyone else was doing and it was what was popular. And I'm still going to do that, but I have to find a balance. So, will I have only heirlooms in my garden this year? No. I have learned that I need other things that have higher production maybe than an heirloom. I have a market now. Customers, while I want to educate them on different looking vegetables and heirlooms and all those things, there's just a lot of people, they just want a yellow squash. I learned that last year. They would not buy lemon squash. They didn't know what they were. And while I want to educate them, I can't put all my eggs in one basket, if you will. So I have to do what works for me. Also, our schedule this spring, I can't be the first person to hatch eggs this year. I'm not going to be the first person posting baby chicks. I'm not going to be the first person in my area selling baby chicks. I don't know that Ben and I have time to sprout plant starts, so we have enlisted some help with that. We will do some, but we're going to have help. Why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you this because somebody needs to know that it is okay to not do what everyone else is doing. It is okay to not be the first one in the spring to have all the things, the first video that says, I grew black-eyed peas, here they are, or purple hull peas. It's okay to not be the first one hatching chicks. It's okay to not sprout all your seeds. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. I saw a quote today that said, don't live someone else's life, live your own, and you'll be happier. And that sounds like, oh, that's really profound, but it's so true. We've all gotten caught up in this age of social media thinking we have to do it all or we're not good enough. If we're sprouting in red solo cups, we are simply embarrassing and we are not a real gardener and we're not doing it right. We have to have all the newest implements and equipment and all the things, or we simply can't do it at all. And the lies just go on and on and on and on and on. So while there's been so much good come from this community, we do have to take a look at ourselves and say, you know what? Look where I am compared to where I was 5 years ago. I'm doing okay. Even if I'm not further down the road towards my goals, look what I've learned in failing. Failing teaches you things, guys. So take a little bit of load off yourself. Quit beating yourself up and being so hard on yourself, and realize that you do you and let everyone else do them, and everyone will be better for it. And it's not a race. If we would all compete a little bit more with ourselves instead of feeling we have to compete with everyone else and compare, I think we would all be so much more at peace. I know this sounds like a big bunch of stuff, but somebody needs to hear that. I know I do, because I may have a year where things look different around here, and that is okay. And it's okay if you do as well. If your garden's not as big, if you go back to the tried and true plants that you've grown before, whatever the case may be for you, that you need to shake things up a little bit, it's okay. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and God bless.